You could say that our next guest made the right decision to march to the beat of a different drummer. Ralph Rolle is a professional musician, performed with some of the best in the business, Mary J. Blige, John Legend, India Ari, just to name a few. Well, now he is playing a different tune, hitting all the right notes in the kitchen. Here today, Ralph Rolle, CEO of Soul Snacks Cookie Company, based in the South Bronx. What a pleasure it is to meet you.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure. This is a dream come true to sit here with you.
And I love your story because you have just been successful all over the place. I mean, first, before the cookie biz, you are, I should say, a drummer with quite the career.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been doing it a long time. It's been about a little over 40 years now as a professional.
And so was that your first love, music?
Yeah, I started really young, and luckily I got a chance to be a professional when I turned 19. So it's been a long run. It's been good.
I don't think that's luck. I think they call that talent and skill and hard work.
Lots of hard work.
But you've certainly enjoyed the journey. So I got to ask you, with this incredible music career, look, you've played with just about everybody. I said Mary J. Blige, John Legend, India Ari, and that's just a few of the names that I can drop.
Yeah.
How did this whole cookie thing evolve?
It started when I was very young, following behind my grandmother and my mother, just being up under them and watching what they were doing in the kitchen. The only other male cousin in my house was Vincent. Vincent was a year younger than me. Mm-hmm. So we spent a lot of time together. And when we were kids and my grandmother would bake, we would be sitting at the table because we knew. And we were tiny, so we had to sit on the phone books. And she would give us the bowl. And that bowl would be so clean by the time she got it back. She didn't even have to wash it. But that taste and that smell always stayed with me. And then I used to just watch my mother bake as well. And I just took up the art of baking. I was a little kind of shy kid, and I just loved baking. It was fun, and the results were great too.
Yeah, it's yes. I would say the results are very great. Talk to me. The story about open mic nights at Sylvia's, and you would be handing out cookies.
That's how we got started. When my girlfriend moved in, we wanted to just give gifts to all of our friends and family. It was about 36 people on the list. And on a musician's salary, that wasn't going to happen. So I said to her, why don't we just bake the cookies and give out, that as a gift? So she said, good idea. So we went downtown. There was a 99-cent store near Macy's on 34th Street. And we bought these Christmas tins, came home, sent the cookies out to everybody. And people said, yo, those are really good. You might want to think about starting a business, which was kind of in the back of my mind. But that was the message I needed. So I called Melba. I was doing a Tuesday night open mic at Sylvia's. And you probably know Melba from Melba's Restaurant.
Yes, I do.
This is before Melba's Restaurant. Her and I have been friends for years. And I said, Mel, I have this idea. I want to sell cookies. And I'd like to do it at the open mic night. And she said, fine, bring them in. So not being ready and so ill-prepared, I went on my computer and I made a label and I cut it out on a piece of paper and I put school glue on a brown bag, and I put the cookies in the sandwich bag in a brown bag. And I took a piece of tape and taped the bag and brought in about 25 of those with samples. And that was the start of the cookie company. Just so happens there was a guy from YSB magazine who was there that night and really liked the cookies. And I told him, listen, I'm from the projects. My girlfriend, who was also from the project, she's a Juilliard graduate. And he said, this is a great story. And he put it out. I gave them my sister's pager number, one of those pages with the PIN number, because I didn't have anything to give to them. And my sister said, fine, Yvonne's her name. She said, don't worry about it. You probably get a couple of calls, Well, when the magazine came out, the first day we got like 3 or 4 calls. Then later on that afternoon, a few more. Then the next day was 10. And then later on was 20, then 30. And so my apartment didn't work anymore. So I moved across the street to my friend's mother's brownstone. She was kind enough to let me gut her kitchen and put in a convection oven and a 3-tub sink and a ventilation.
Wow.
And that was how I was scared to talk to her because he wouldn't do it. I asked him, he said, I'm not talking to her, you talk to her. Because my mother and his mother were very strict and they knew each other. But she said yes. And that was the first kitchen for Soul Snacks.
Oh my God, I love this story. And I think my favorite part of it is that brown paper bag with the tag glued
Oh,
on there. You know,
it was,
you need a commemorative brown paper bag now with a
you know,
label that looks like it's taped on.
I was just thinking that when you said it, that I might just go back and create a bag just to frame it so people can see what was the first cookie bag.
I think it is. I think it is fantastic. So, how is being in the cookie business different from being a musician?
In my opinion, it's not that much different. And the reason why I say that is because when you go out to a concert, you're going out to be entertained by the music, by the lights, by the ambience, the people that are there. It's the whole
Hmm.
vibe. And when you eat cookies, or even when you go out to a restaurant, food is entertainment. So cookies are entertainment. So you got to have the right flavor. People, they have to be reminded of a time. Like if you go out and saw Earth, Wind, and Fire, you want them to sing all your songs. And if you eat a chocolate chip cookie, you want to be like, you want to feel good. You want to feel good about that experience.
It's true.
So I kind of correlate them as the same thing. They're both, just pleasing to your senses.
Spoken like an artist. Spoken like an artist. Yes, if I'm eating a cookie, I need to be swinging my legs like I'm 5 years old and it tastes good.
Soon as you take a bite, you got to jump right into the groove. Like, oh,
Yeah, you
ooh,
need to go,
ooh.
I need some milk, whatever else, ice cream, whatever else you need to make that cookie taste even better. I have to ask you about the call that you got from Chase to be interviewed by Damon John.
That came by way of the pandemic. When the pandemic hit for everyone, it was
Hmm.
devastating as far as work, as far as communication. Everything just kind of changed. So I came up with an idea to send them a proposal to give cookies to first responders, to
Hmm.
hospitals, doctors, nurses, EMT workers, as a saying thank you. And I didn't hear from them for about 3 months. And then I got a call from someone in their promotion and marketing department and saying, we like your idea, but we have something that you might really like. How about if we put it on our website for all of our managers and employees to be able to buy the product and actually give out to customers? And
Hmm.
that's the relationship we have now. So from
Yeah.
that relationship, they called me and said, would you like to do a one-on-one with Damon John? And I
Mm.
said, absolutely. I admire him and always have since
Yeah.
FUBU. I've always loved what he's done. So
And I
that's how that
understand that,
all came about.
I'm sorry, I understand he gave you some advice.
He did. The advice that he gave me, I really understood what he was saying. One thing about his approach is you have to have focus and don't spread yourself too far, is basically the summation of what he was trying to say. And I did understand. So when I'm doing my cookies, it's exactly what he said. I'm always about got to get the cookie work done. When I'm doing my music, it's all about got to get the music work done. But there have been times when I was playing at the Apollo on my break, I would leave and deliver cookies.
Oh,
So there were times that it did
you were doing
overlap.
what you needed to do,
Yes, ma'am.
or what you felt like you needed to do. So
Yes,
let me
yes.
ask you, you've successful in both of these arenas. What advice would you give to new entrepreneurs?
Um, I think the advice that I've been given and that I follow is that the first thing is that there's no expiration date on passion. If this is something that you believe in, it's all about you believing in it and not what else someone is telling you negative uh, about it. That should give you energy. The negativity should give you energy. The
Yeah.
positivity that you listen to what people are giving you from a positive standpoint, and you continue working with that, and realize that this is your passion, and mainly get out of your own way.
Yeah.
I find when I'm talking in front of people or I'm doing master classes, I find a lot of people that are second guessing themselves. And as far as how they think about forward motion. So I try to get them to eliminate the what if factor
Hmm.
and the can't factor. Those things are obstacles that you're giving to yourself. When we are dealing with enough out here every day, why
Hmm.
give more obstacles to yourself?
Yeah.
So my classes are mainly about not going and playing when I'm doing drum master classes, watching me play a lot of fancy stuff. No, it's about what I'm saying to have them understand my life as compared to their life. And those are the things that I try to get people to understand mostly.
And here's the last really important question.
Yes.
Where can we find Soul Snacks? I understand that you got a deal with Walmart.
I have a deal with Walmart, yes, and that is amazing. We roll out April 1st, and we also have a deal with Kroger. We're just waiting for them to give us their stores. Okay. And we just talked to a distributor about getting back into the local stores that we were in with the new product. So if you go to soulsnacks.com, you can not only find where the stores are located that we'll be in, but you can order our original brand that we are still baking in our facility in the Bronx.
Okay. Ralph Rolle, it is a pleasure to talk to you. Congratulations on all your success. You got a lot of skills, brother.
I just believe in hard work.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
It never fails you. Thank you.
Sandra Bookman, and Here and Now. We'll be right back.